Good morning and welcome to this morning's Outlook. Let's get cracking straight away. Firstly, news-wise today we've got the Bank of England report at 12 o'clock, so we'll see. The most important aspect of this is the voting, really, because it is pretty much expected interest rates aren't going to change, but we'll see how the voting comes out for the said. We've also then got the Bank of England governor speaking at 12:30, so might be a difficult one today for Rachel from accounts. Okay, aside of that, then we really Bank of Canada governor speaking. Some of these are fireside chats, and they're often due to testify. Okay, what they've got to say is largely being said, I would imagine, following their rate statements, etc. And we've got an FOMC speaker coming out there much later. So for the main, aside of the pound, then we should be quite free to get on with things. So let's have a look. We'll start off with the euro dollar. Euro yesterday managed to, you just see a blip of a bar there. In fact, let's see if I can make this any. There we go. So you can see it marginally bigger. A little blip of a positive bar, and we're sort of just turning around. When you look at the shorter time frames, there's possibly a slight divergence kicking through here. Things could be on the change. Yeah, there's a bit of a MACD divergence kicking through, and certainly on the hourlies here, it looks like there was a possible. We didn't really get down to the sub 20 on this area over here, but it's maybe we'll have to wait and see on this. I'm still short on it at the moment, but not making any money on it at this stage. So it's a bit of an in-betweeny. There's no higher lows effectively within this price action on this hourly time frame. It's just a bit of a correction. There is the divergence, as I say. Let me just have a look on, come back to here and look at the RSI divergence on here. Yeah, it's had a bit of a divergence certainly on there, and it's crossed through. Yeah, we'll see what develops from that, but I'm going to stick on the short side for now. Still think it's got room to roll over. One thing for sure, over the last day or so, it's slowed up there, and we'll see if we can get the momentum coming back in this morning. But nothing that I want to go long on there, so we'll zip through these then. The pound is a risky trade with the news coming out. Nice little bear flag sort of starting to materialise there, but let's move on. US dollar yen. Struggling to do too much. We're getting a bit very rangy. Over the end of last week into this week, it's quite rangy in terms of what we're seeing here. Difficult to really decide on which way you want to go here. Look at the hourlies. There you go. That sums it up nicely. Moving on. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, really not doing a great deal here either. Chopping along. It's all gone a bit sideward. Canadian, this is okay. This carried on pushing up yesterday. I guess on some time frames we might be seeing divergences across these highs, which we are. But there's nothing to go at there until it starts breaking the lows here. Still got a bull flag kicking here on the 4 hourlies. And again, a bit like the euro, effectively, it's probably had a bit of a divergence across. Did it have a bit of divergence across there? No, not really at all. Okay, but sliding back there is whether or not we see a bit of a reversal this morning here. I'm just trying to work out what would be attractive on this. If we do get back above the daily pivot, maybe this afternoon it could be a long situation. There's not a lot of driver. We haven't got sort of a lot of drivers at the moment running through here. The New Zealand dollar yesterday, well, it pretty much closed where it opened in the end, and it's again another one that's not really doing a great deal here. Perhaps if it starts breaking down below its daily pivot, it could be something, but they're all in a bit of chop, and that's the story. Euro yen. I did get a trade out of this yesterday. It triggered one of my little setups. It was slow but went. It's but that's done and dusted. It's oh goodness. Here we go. Come on, come back. For goodness sake, will you get in there? So sticks to the mouse sometimes. Changing the tabs. Anyway, sorry, Euro yen. It's gone all a bit slow here at the moment again. Could get another thrust up if the euro does pick up. This could be a play, but it is consolidating around these near-term highs. Just go back to the 4-hourly there. So it's this flaggy sort of pattern that could still roll the other way. I'm almost preferring it to the downside at the moment. This on the 4-hourly time frame here, but we'll see how it shapes up. My trade yesterday was an auto trade. It was a long actually, but off the shorter term time frames. Anyway, that was in and out. So that's that done. Right. Aside of that, then just looking at the usual suspects. So currency is very flattish at the moment, not really showing their hand. The pound obviously avoided. The gold again consolidating here on its dailies. Not really, not a place to be trying to do too much with. There might be some short-term trades kicking through. It's pushed up a little bit this morning, given a little higher low. Looking a little bit better after yesterday. Well, it did actually give a little higher low eventually there. It's very bitty though, a bit rangy, not particularly attractive. S&Ps are struggling somewhat now. You start looking at a market that's starting to weaken. Well, this could be one, and not before time really, a lot will argue, but it has effectively put lower highs in on this 4-hourly time frame at the beginning of the week there. It's breaking down again. It's found some sort of support around these prior highs here. There's a sort of a whole range here. It's a pivotal area where it's holding ish at the moment. Yes, it had a quick breakthrough, but that was short-lived. So that seems to be the pivotal mark on it at the moment. If it breaks back below that, well then it's softer. In the short term, if you're looking for trades, maybe a short beyond the break of that 1 o'clock candle. Could be on. It's got the momentum-ish, although I don't overly like the fact that this came higher than over there and gave us a higher low in between it. So it's a bit of a mixture. The FTSE is going up. It's been going in yesterday, making new all-time highs. Money's still coming in there. It's holding round those levels at this stage, but it's gone a bit ugly on the short term here. Pivot could be hit this morning. From that pivot, you might get something, but it will have put a lower high in on the way down, so just be careful. Okay, and finally the DAX. DAX proper choppy, as they say. Just get rid of that bit of noise back there for now. Again, yesterday it managed not to continue initially. I was looking for the break of the low there. It happened very early in the bar and then reversed. So I started looking. No, that was the bar. I was looking for the break off. Beg your pardon. That was the bar. It's the 8 o'clock bar in the end. But it never happened until much later, and then did the proper reversal. I wasn't around, so but I might have been dragged into that one. But for now, again, I might not have been. We'll see. Anyway, I wasn't. So looking at it at the moment, it looks like it's coming back for its pivot. We'll see where it takes from there. But time is 8:01, so selling off towards the pivot quite quickly. Right, but it might find support there, so I'll tread carefully for now. It is that mixed picture here with a high low amongst it all. Right, that's just about me finished this morning. So just to summarise one more time, the currencies there, too much uncertainty. We'll see what where things lead this morning. We've effectively got a bearish flag, I guess, on this euro dollar still, so it's still in that zone, but it might be trying to change course. The pound I don't want to trade because we've got the news out at midday. Other pairs, there's a lot of chop out there and a lot of sideward price action, so it's a bit of patience needed again. Sit on your hands, go get coffees, do whatever, or don't even trade, dare I say it. Have a day off. Right, on that note, I will catch you later. Take care. Bye for now.